It's your boy Staz, the Italian Stallion, aka ESPN Staz, because I'm bringing it to you like a highlight, you feel me?
Okay.
We in the Hollywood Hills, you feel me? Los Angeles, you dig? It's a beautiful thing, man. AZWay2 Actives in the building. I got a special guest right here on the definition of active. I got videographer, editor, crazy photographer, I might add, Joe Corea in the building. What's good, G?
What's good, guys? Happy to be on AZWay2 Active with my
Yes,
boys.
sir. Hell yeah,
Shit.
man. It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Thank you for letting us come to your crib.
Yeah, of course, man. It's actually a pleasure for me, man.
Mhm.
Love to have you guys up here and shit, you know?
Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. So you have some ties to Arizona, right?
Yeah, I've lived there when I was 18. Got caught smoking weed, and my mom took me out there for a couple years, you know? And met you guys at Full Moon Festival.
Yeah.
That's what it was, you know? And my guy, Stab, was like, what the heck, man? What's up, man?
Yeah, nah, man. We were in like a mosh pit, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think Ben Fly was performing.
Yeah, it's performing.
And you had the light.
Yeah, the light just was just blazing on him and just like getting all like the best footage, you know?
And I got mad. That shit was so funny, bro.
Yeah, my boy came up behind me and was like, hey man, what are you doing? This is my artist. Yeah.
Man, it was funny, man. But it's been love ever since, man, for real.
Yeah, no doubt.
So to get started, man, you know, when did you move to LA permanently?
Well, I'm a LA native, you know. Okay. I moved to Arizona for like 3-4 years, came back when I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just been here. I was here for a year and then went back to Arizona to reset because that's like my reset place, you know. Like,
yeah.
Go back. It slows life down a little bit out there. I got lost in the sauce out here, so had to go back. And then I came back and just been here ever since. You know?
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, resetting it's always good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what you do, no matter what profession you are in. So, straight to the point, man. The videographer work, you know, the editing. When did you get into that, and when did you finally realize, like, yo, I'm really nice at this?
So when I first started, I went to the Art Institute of Phoenix. My dad worked at Fox Sports. So
wow,
I wanted
really?
to get into like something with like sports or, cause I'm a skateboarder, you know?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to get into like sports and kind of go behind his footsteps, but do something different. Cause he's a 2D artist and I'm so I was just trying to figure it out. And I went to the Art Institute of Phoenix with Aaron actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I met Aaron. And then, yeah, I was just there and I was asking him like questions how to freaking do the photography shit. Like, hey bro, how do you do this? Cause I was just like stuck at class and whatnot. And so I was doing visual effects and motion graphics there, and that's more like post-production and like all the motion graphics and all that. And after a while, I just wasn't feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
So I remember just sitting in my car, just remembering like, why did I even start all this? You know what I mean? And I went back and looked back at like what I loved when I was a kid, and it was like skateboarding, and it was just like filming my homies for memories and whatnot.
Yeah,
you know? So I was like, you know what? I think I gotta get into like video, you know? And I quit the school. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go to a community college and like just take maybe like 2-3 courses, and then after that I was just YouTube University, man. You know what I mean? Just like actually going out and doing the damn thing, and then just real life experience instead of school experience.
Yeah.
Because after school, bro, like seeing other people like coming out with their, you know, their video reel or their school reel, you know, like it didn't compare to like my reel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the real life experience reel, you know.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
Life experiences can teach you so much more than school sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
You feel me?
And yeah, so I just basically just hit the ground running, just started doing some BMX work with my friend Linwood. Just shot him and then shot my homies dirt biking, and then I also just came back to LA and just started working with companies and whatnot, and got a mentor. And big things, mentors, like just find someone that's like better than you at what you do, you know?
Y'all heard that, man. Find a mentor. How does somebody go about finding a mentor out here in crazy LA?
Man, it's just going out and networking, you know? Like when I would go out, like I'd go out with a purpose, you know? Like my mentality before was like party with a purpose. You know what I mean? So
party with a purpose.
Yeah, in my younger days, you know, I would be going out everywhere and then just networking with people, and never like burning, you know, a bridge with anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you never know at the end of the day, like when you like years later, your homie could be like with some big artist or whatever. Like like I just did like Rolling Loud with Sweetie, and it was because of my homie.
Wow.
Is working with her now, and he's like a fashion designer,
Wow.
stylist, and now he's there, you know.
Crazy.
And I was doing free shit for him because I was inspired by him, and he was doing fashion, so I just moved on into that realm. And yeah.
Did you ever get to like, you know, talk to Sweetie at all, or like work directly with her?
Yeah. I mean, I was like right there with her, you know.
Wow.
It was just like when I was with Meg and whatnot, you know. I just asked her like what song you want, you know, like do you feel comfortable with me being on stage, you know, like while y'all doing your thing, dancing and whatnot. So, and she was cool with it, and she was honestly like really cool. Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope. Well, speaking of big artists, man, and speaking of, you know, getting those relationships, man, as a lot of y'all might know, if y'all been paying attention to his IG, man, Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
You worked with her for a long time.
Yeah, it was about like a year and a half or so.
Year and a half. That's kind of long.
Yeah, it was a wild ride, bro.
You were traveling with her, doing her video work. Talk about that experience, man, and how your relationship was with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Okay. So, should I say like the full story, like before I met her?
Whatever you want, man.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I was doing stuff with Jamie Foxx, and it was like for free, you know what I mean? Just networking with this network and whatnot. And one day, bro, I was just like, something got to give. Like, Jamie got to pay us. I was telling my mentor, because I brought him along to like work with me with Jamie. And I was like, something got to give, man. I'm on EBT, sleeping on your couch.
Yeah.
You know, this is horrible, you know? Like, I got to make some money. And I was working at a weed shop, you know, like part-time.
I remember that, bro.
Yeah,
we came to that. Yeah. Stupid gas.
You guys up. Yeah.
Stupid gas. Oh.
Yeah, man. And so I was working there, dude, and I met this stylist out. I met the stylist like a year prior when I was working there, and he was Chris Brown's stylist. And now he's like Tiana Taylor. He's with Tiana Taylor, when not EJ King. And I was working the fucking dispensary job, dude, and out of nowhere he just walked in.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? And then like 2 months before that, I actually saw his car. Like he was probably eating at this place called Aroma Cafe. And I was thinking about like waiting there and like just like, hey bro, what up? Remember me? You know, but I was like, nah, that's whack as fuck, sus, you know.
Yeah.
So I waited, and out of nowhere, we just came back again at the dispensary, and he's like, yeah, bro, let's work. Here's my number. And I went off to Paris for Fashion Week, and then came back, and I told him I was gonna hit him up, and I hit him up, and he never hit me back. So fast forward now, I'm back with Jamie and all that, just doing free shit. And then something got to give, and my homie just said, like, let it all go, meditate on it. I'm into meditation. That's a big thing for me. So I let everything go to God, the universe, whatever, and prayed on it, meditate on it. Literally the next day, my clients from Paris, the fashion designers, they just hit me up out of nowhere, and they're like, hey, bro, we're going to be out in New York. You want to come out? And I'm like, oh, thank God, dude. Yeah. Like, out of nowhere. Like, that shit worked. You know what I mean? And they actually took me a year prior to New York for my first travel gig, like a year prior. Now they're hitting me up again like a year later.
Wow.
Like, around the same time. And end up going with them. Like, what's the budget? And they're like, $60 a day. I'm like, fuck it, just get me out of here, dude.
Yeah.
$60 a day, fuck you guys. But
I
went and did it, man. And went out there, and I'm happy that I did. Was out there, and then I see EJ again, the fashion stylist, and then he ends up being with like this girl, Meg Thee Stallion. I'm like, didn't know who she was, you know, clicked on her IG, and then they just have like her best friend just like film behind the scenes like with her iPhone, you know. I was like, they need help. So I hit him up, he doesn't answer, you know, he just never answered me, you know. Next day they flew out to Vermont, and I was like, oh man, I gotta catch him, you know. I mean, I think I just like, I thought it was just like a done deal. Like, oh man, they're gone. Lost my chance. A couple days later, like in the morning, wake up and they're like in the Sprinter driving to New York. I'm like, all right, fuck this shit, man. Call him up, and then 2 rings in, he answers, and I'm like, yo, what up, man? It's Joe from LA, the videographer and shit. And he's like, oh, what up, man? And I just said like, yo, if you need work, I see you're with Megan, you know. I'm out here in New York. And he's like, yeah, actually come through on Tuesday. We have a shoot. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I get all their sizes and whatnot, and I hook them up with all the fashion designer shit, you know. Went there and ended up being a Puma shoot, and I'm rocking Nikes. I'm just like, what the fuck? No one gave me the memo.
That's a no-no.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get kicked out of there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I shot for 9 hours, and then I met Megan, and then she's like, how fast can you do a turnaround? I'm like, 24 hours, I got you. She's like, how about next morning? And I'm like, all right. It was already like a 9-hour shoot. It was already fucking like 10:30 p.m., you know?
Had to have it in the morning.
Yeah, I went to the fucking, went to Starbucks, you know, got the drink, took the subway back to the Airbnb, on that shit all night. And then I didn't do a VHS effect that she wanted on it, and I didn't color it. I just stabilized everything. I just shot it to her with the Puma logo at the end and everything. And then I was like, all right, here, if you want any changes, let me know. I just want her to finalize it so then I can put the effects and all that bullshit on, you know? So went to bed like around like 8 a.m. and then freaking woke up at 2 p.m. and just like woke up to the text from the stylist like, bro, that shit was fire. Just thinking nothing of it, just scrolling through Instagram, and then I know I just see my video, and then Megan posted that shit.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going to get sued? You know, because I put the Puma logo out there and just ripped it off Google and just like made a PNG of it.
Yeah.
And I talked to the reps, they're like, it's okay, they're partners, you know, but just don't do it ever again.
Yeah.
And I hit up the stylist too, and I was like, bro, am I going to get sued? He's like, nah, bro, they're partners. Wow. You're good, man. And he's like, yeah, man, Megan loved it so much, man, and she wants to know if you want to come full time with us, full ride. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. You know what I mean? And that like literally changed my life forever, from like sleeping on my homie's couch to private jets and fucking vacations, Africa, you know, fucking everything. Crazy shit, yeah.
Beaches.
Yeah, best hotels. And I was like, went on vacation. I manifested this shit, bro, because I was like, I'm not going to be the one to like buy a festival ticket, go to Coachella festival, you know, like do all that. Like my mindset was like, I want that shit for free. You know, I want to go on vacation for free. And I said that. And even a year before meeting Megan, bro, I put out to the universe that like, I want to come up with the like best up and coming like rapper, hip hop rapper, whatever. A year later, it fucking happened, bro. And I've been subconsciously like manifesting shit like every year without even like knowing it. And when I had my spiritual awakening, like, yeah, meditation is my thing. And you could get whatever you want, bro, in this world. You just got to focus on it, meditate on it, and you'll get it, dude.
Oh, y'all heard that, man. Shit, that's some real shit right there.
Yeah.
Feel me? It's all about what you put out into the world.
Yeah,
you'll get it back. You know what I mean?
And you'll make it to a frequency to where like you're just, now you have your opening doors. Now you're like, oh, you work for this person. Oh, okay. And then that, like, it's just like,
you have a resume.
A different door. Yeah, pretty much.
Crazy resume.
Yeah. And you just got to like work up to it and keep working towards it. And then when that opportunity reveals itself, you'll be ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing you with her dog, the Frenchie.
Yeah, bro. I was like a part of her camp, bro. Like when we would go places, like we would stay on the same floor. If we'd be right here, we'd be staying at Tiana Taylor's crib. Yeah. You know, like Miami, we stayed in one big crib together. I couldn't bring people back, but that's the only sucky part, you know? I can't like, sometimes I couldn't bring people back to my hotel or anything, you know? Because Megan's there. Yeah. Because you don't know like how fans will react or like how, you know?
Yeah. They might have their phone out like, hey.
Hey. Or reveal her, or even like revealing her death, like where she's at, you know?
Location.
Like you can't do that. Like Justin, the bodyguard, was like, he was always pissed. He's like, Joe, you can't post that shit. You know? Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible, man. That's incredible. And now she's like, obviously, you know, on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Just a superstar worldwide.
Yeah, definitely.
That's crazy as fuck. So I want to also visit Wires Only.
Yeah.
You have a great relationship with him. How did that connection come about?
Yeah. Shout out RD, shout out Joey C, you know, those are my guys right there. And yeah, it was after I came back, like pre-pandemic area, like right when it was about to start. I got flown back from Rock Nation and them, and then I was just like thinking like, damn, I just need like a plan B, you know what I mean? Just like, just in case. Because I actually saw RD out in New York, actually. I was always working with him because Jamie Foxx and him are best friends, so I would always see him, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I want to work with that guy one day, you know? Like while I was doing the stuff with Jamie, I was like, I want to work with him, you know? And after Super Bowl, we were with Megan and all them and Tori like partying in Miami, and then we went up to New York, did a photo shoot at Milk Studios, and then after I met the creative director of 300 Entertainment, and we hit it off, and we went to the Catch Steakhouse,
Got you.
Yeah, over in New York, and
Yeah.
we went there, got appetizers, got our wine and whatnot, drinking, and then EJ, the stylist, and the creative director was like, "Hey, bro, wanna go smoke a blunt? I got these exotic backwoods, like, you know,
Yeah.
from Canada." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I'm down." And so we go outside, bro, smoke the blunt, and right when I fucking flick the roach, like this is fate, dude. Fucking flick the roach, I look up and I see Jamie Foxx. Like Jamie Foxx and the whole crew, Wires Only, like RD, and then Dave Brown. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo,
Wow.
what up, guys? Shit. And I was just
Wow.
working with them like a month before, you know?
Yeah.
So we dab it up, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with Megan and shit. So then Jamie goes, he does this thing when he goes into restaurants, he brings his speaker bag, a backpack with speakers on it.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks in, and then he freaking was just going with Megan's song and was like, hey, you know? And then Megan and all them know that I was working with him.
Yeah.
So it was just a trip. They're like, oh shit, all right, Joe, shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And
Crazy.
yeah, and then he ended up giving her the bag, the backpack and whatnot, because that's what he does too. And then I was just like, hey Meg, if you ever need like a fly whip, you know, anything, a jet, anything, like this is the guy right here, RD Winnington, you know. And I guess like RD really respected that, you know what I mean? It's like giving him that angle, and he's like, yeah, Joe, whenever you need anything, like hit me up when you're in LA. He gives me his number. You
Wow.
know? So fast forward now, like after leaving pre-pandemic, like from we're doing a show with Megan. She was a host, and ended up just like coming back, and I just ended up like just thinking about my plan B. So my plan B was just to hit up RD, be like, what's up, man? You know, and he's like, yeah. And the day I actually called him was the first day he opened his garage out in like Santa Monica area. And he's like, it's a trip. Like I was actually telling Joey, his assistant, to like hit up like photographers and whatnot. And I just happened to hit him up same day.
Wow.
You know, that's just like fate.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
That's fate.
Some weird stuff right there. And yeah, I ended up shooting his garage first day. And after that, shot him the edit, and he's like, I want you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I gave him my price, and then he's like, yeah. And then so I just had that money coming in every month, and then I saw this place. My mentor like lived here. I'm not a mentor. My ex-client lived here. You know what I mean? I always want to live in the Hollywood Hills, like right here. It's quiet, all that, peaceful, peace of mind. And ended up moving in here, dude.
Yeah.
And been here for 3 years.
Yeah. It's beautiful, y'all.
Yeah. 3 years in like 2 days on the 10th.
Wow.
July, yeah. So it feels good.
3-year anniversary coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, and working with him and like the cars and all that, like the craziest, you know, working with Lil Uzi and like Playboy Cardi's car, just like all these cars. Like it was pretty cool, like filming like Lil Pump's car and Playboy Cardi just shooting it like it's like a video game. You know, when you purchase a car and it's like it shows you like the highlights of your car. You know, it's like that. That's how I pictured it. You know.
Yeah.
So it felt good to do that, and then big people see it because it's like on his page and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Rich the Kid. I seen Rich the Kid.
yeah, Rich the Kid too. We did a video with him. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's cool.
That's fire, man. That's fire. So we've been talking about a lot of Jamie Foxx stuff, man.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously that's a big topic in the world right now. Jamie Foxx is recovering
Right.
in the hospital, man. You know, what are your thoughts on that, man? And you know, you think you know, he's gonna be, you know, who he was?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like eventually, like he'll come back too. All prayers to my boy Jamie, you know, and to his family as well, you know. Prayers to his family.
Does anybody really know exactly why he was in the hospital? Like
No.
what exact medical condition it was?
It was like something with the brain.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. Like my homie Rico knows more than me about like all that, like you know, all that medical stuff. But like I'm not too sure. But yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Sure, man.
Jamie Foxx, a legendary figure, you know, in Hollywood, shit in the entertainment industry in general. Much love and prayers to him.
Yeah.
And speaking of him, he has an artist too.
Yeah.
J Young MDK, my bad. You did a lot of work with him too as well,
yeah,
correct?
I still do. He's my boy. He was actually over here for BET weekend. He wanted to shoot one, but didn't have time. But now he's in Bali doing some shows, and Australia. He'll be back soon, and we'll work again. Shit.
Yeah. You know what? And that reminds me, we actually like tapped, he like commented on one of my pictures on Instagram and shit. And I was
Really?
like, yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't look at it like anything, right? But then I like went back and I saw like I said like young MDK. I saw Jay, young MDK.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, hold on, let me tap in real quick. I was like, oh shit, this is Joe's dude.
Yeah.
Joe's guy.
That's
You feel me?
trippy.
Yeah, just like some emojis or something that I posted, right?
Right.
And I was like, yo, like fucking, I work with Joe, bro. Like, let's get an interview in or whatnot.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure he'll be down for that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I don't think he like. I don't know if he like. I can't remember if he saw it or if he responded or nothing. But he might have responded with like some emojis or whatever. But
Right.
it never really went anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be dope to link with
Well, I
him.
could hit him up, for you. So he'll be good for it.
Dope.
I'll hit you up next time he's like out here,
Mhm.
right before. Yeah, we just did a music video. I'd say like in April. Yeah, we did one in April. It's called All I Need.
Okay.
And it was like my first video like on iTunes that went like #1 worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I was like, wow, dude, got some residuals from that. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would be in front of like, Selena Gomez and shit, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Selena Gomez. Yeah.
Sheesh.
That shit's hilarious. But yeah, he showed me and I was like, wow, dude. And it stayed #1 for like a week. It was like fluctuating. You know how it goes. It fluctuates from like #2. Selena was going in front, but
Yeah.
just kept fluctuating.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, man. So you've been all around the world, different cities, different countries. Name like a crazy, wild experience, like either with Meg, you know what I mean, with anybody. You feel me? Like, what was like a wild experience? You're like, holy shit, like this is crazy.
I'd say like Africa. We went to Lagos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah, it's like the Beverly Hills of like Africa.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt like it was like so much poverty, like just driving through it. And then right when we got there, it was like, what the heck? I feel like I'm just in Beverly Hills or something,
Wow.
And yeah, just doing a show out there. And then after just partying pretty much, going out there we went to the strip club. And that shit was pretty fucking wild. Because at the tables, there's this guy out of nowhere. I just heard the then this guy's like, you want one? And it was fucking like the Nas tanks with the balloons.
Oh, shit.
At the fucking strip club. I was like, what the fuck
Holy
is going
shit.
on? Like, you see that shit like high school parties, you know what I mean? Like back in the day.
Yeah.
That was just like a pretty wild thing to see,
Wow.
And I'd probably say like another thing would be like just being with like Tory Lanez and Megan at the strip club over at in Miami. That shit was pretty wild. Just hanging with him, smoking with him,
Yeah.
He was a cool guy, shit.
Cool
but
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were cool, but some shit happened.
Unfortunate events. Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Crazy how that shit works.
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, man. Well, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. So you have another business venture that you're getting into,
Yeah.
That is helpful to people, and that can heal people. Explain to the people what that is.
Yeah, so starting this meditation, not a meditation company, but it's more for mental health and healing the human body.
Okay.
We're called Lotus Light Vibe, and we use light, sound, and vibration to heal the human body and psyche. So we just use frequencies to heal like every organ in the body and bring it back into homeostasis and bring everything into balance. Because like all your organs vibrate at a certain frequency. Like everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. So what our beds do is like signal the brain and goes down to the organs and like if your liver's off vibration, it will bring it back to that vibration. Like if it's like fluctuating, it'll bring it back too.
Mm-hmm.
And within like 10 minutes, like your mental health will be feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It puts like an armor on you, and especially the people that don't know how to meditate, or can't sit still for like more than 2 minutes, you know what I mean? This will enhance that meditative state and it'll put you in that, without even trying. Like I've had a guy my homie that would never like believe in himself, doesn't want to go out and network, he's an awesome producer and everything, but he just doesn't want to go to the next level, And I put him on this bed for like 2 weeks, and he was starting to get like different perspectives of life, and feeling like, and I've just been planting seeds, like just telling him like, yo man, like you could do this, just go out and network, and now he's like feeling like, okay, and now he's like going out on runs and whatnot, and
how's the confidence again?
Yeah, because what happens is like a lot of people doubt themselves, you know what I mean? Like there's always that self-doubt, I think of it like the angel and the devil, Like the devil's like always telling like, nah, you can't do it. You ain't good enough, blah, blah, But your true self knows like you could actually fucking do that shit. So meditation like kills off that fucking other voice in your head, and then you can only hear your true self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're like, you can do that shit.
Yes.
You know, just keep you on that path of like clarity. You know?
Yeah.
You have clarity instead of just like, oh man, I can't do this shit. You know?
Clarity instead of clutter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clutter. Yeah.
The mind is
Clears
a
the
powerful
mind.
thing.
Yeah.
Mind is a very powerful thing.
Yeah, definitely.
And do you know what homeostasis means? Y'all don't know what that. I'm playing. That's what's up, dude. That's what's up, man. So, you know, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon, man. You know, for a young, you know, photographer coming up, you know, a young editor, you know, out here in Arizona, anywhere in the country, in the world, you know what I mean? Like, what advice do you have to them for them to get into these rooms with these people, Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, Wires Only, aka RD, you know what I mean? Jamie Foxx. Like, what does it take to do that?
I'll just say keep pushing, man. That's what I did. You know, I just kept pushing and just always do better than what you like. Always make your things like better than it was before. You know, that's how I always thought about it. Like, just always pushing for greatness. You know, yeah. And I'd say just network your ass off. You have fucking the internet now. You have Instagram. You know, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
You have just like a bunch of options you could use to just network, and then just do a bunch of collabs, bro. Like, don't get paid off some shit, you know. Just do shit that you love, that you're passionate about, that doesn't feel like work, you know. And then just collab with people that you want to collab with that are like in your lane, that you know, and just build with them.
Yeah.
And then and eventually you just meet new people, and then they have connections, and this person has connections, and this person has connections. It's just about the networking at the end of the day. Yeah. And then just being ready for that opportunity as well. So, YouTube Academy, unless you're a doctor or some shit, YouTube Academy.
Hell yeah.
I'd say like artists, you know, artists could just learn from YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to be a teacher and shit, yeah, go to school. But this art shit, just stick with your gut, you know? And yeah, stick with your gut too.
It's important.
Always, yeah.
You can learn anything from YouTube nowadays.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, shit.
It's
and now
crazy.
I'm a carpenter now, like making fucking chairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making chairs. Crazy, man. It's crazy. Well, man, that's some dope shit right there, man. This is a definition of active, man. We in the Hollywood Hills. Y'all can't see it, but the sign's back there. You feel
we'll
me?
take some B-roll of it, you know, so you could get the gist.
Hell yeah, man. Joe Corea is in the building, man. If you need any, you know, photography, any videos, you know, you could tap in with him as well on the Instagram, man.
Even some meditation, you know.
Meditation as
Lotus
well.
Light Vibe will be in a store near you pretty soon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
When's like a ballpark coming soon type?
Coming soon, I'd say, like, because we're working on another design right now. We finished it completely. So it's a chair. It's like a contour chair. And we'll throw a picture up right here if you can't see it, you know. But it's a contour chair that vibrates, and you're listening to healing frequencies and whatnot. So whatever you're listening to, it vibrates. And you can listen to music on it. It's Bluetooth, everything Bluetooth. So you could put a movie on. You could like connect the bed to the, you know, the TV.
Wow.
Play some video games. And you could feel like the gunshots and shit. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool. You could use it in many different ways and whatnot. But this new design is gonna be awesome because it's gonna have a rocking feature. So it can rock back in zero gravity. This other one that we have has a base, so it just sits there. But this other one that you get on is just gonna like rock back and sit in zero gravity. And yeah, so I'd say like in 2 months, because we got to do product shots and we're already building the website and whatnot. So we just got to do the product shots and all that, just get everything, you know.
A ballpark time frame, would you say like next year?
Yeah. I'm say like a couple months, like just to sell like to like private clients and whatnot.
Okay.
I mean, we're ready to take orders now, you know, but we just want to perfect it to the T. And once we're perfected, I believe we'll be perfected by maybe September with the design, and then launching with all the photos and product photos and videos and everything for the website. I'd say November, and then fully launch maybe like, so January, you know what I mean?
There we go.
And once we get that done, then we're going to hit all the rehab centers, airports, spas, you know, we want to get it everywhere, gyms, you know, for recovery and all that. And then like my idea, again, with like Wires Only, want to get them in the cars and the sprinters, because like when I was on tour, like traveling puts a toll on you, you know,
Yeah.
and this just relaxes the body within 10 minutes. So I love this shit, like, if I had it on tour, you know.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
yeah, and I just want to get them in the Sprinter vans, the Maybach vans, and possibly like jets, airplanes, first class.
That'd go crazy.
You know what I mean? Just everywhere. So it's just gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not gonna just be in a box. You know what I mean?
That'd go crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Be on the lookout for that, man. Be on the lookout for all the new work that Joe Corea got coming, man. Once again, you could hit him in the DMs on Instagram if you need any work done for your videos or photography or any editing. He'll get you right, you feel me? You've seen his resume. Big time clients, big time names, man. It's a pleasure that you are on the show, you feel me?
Of course, man.
For sure, for sure.
Shit.
He's with Staz, the Italian Stallion, man, aka ESPN Staz, because I'm always bringing it to you like a highlight, you feel me? We in the Hollywood Hills. This is AZ Way Too Active, the definition of active to be exact, and we out.